And welcome back. Today we are doing a Shop My Stash. I'm very excited. I know it's only been like 15 days, but this makeup, part of it is because this week, this round, disaster. Disastrous. It was terrible. I don't know what happened. This was terrible. Okay. So much of this. So if you're new here, welcome. What we are going to do today in Shop My Stash is we are going to go over all the products I've used for the last couple of weeks. I'm going to give you some mini thoughts on them, mini reviews, and then at the end of this we will be going and picking out new makeup. I do have timestamps listed down below if you're only interested in picking out the new makeup. And yeah, everything will also be linked down below. Curious. So I will say this did not go well, and I think that for this upcoming round I'm going to go with nothing new. Like, I'm going to go with what I think are like my oldest products because some of these are just bad because they're old, and I just want a week around. It's going to be 2 weeks, but I just want a round where we just use up old shit. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So let's jump into some of the reviews here. I'm going to start with my face products. I have the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I love this primer. It's such a good one. And ironically, in Shop My Samples, I'm using a little baby size. But this is a really good primer. It is kind of pricey in my personal opinion for the drugstore, for a drugstore primer, but it is a good one. It smells really good, and I really like the way that it works with my skin. So this was a good product this week. I use the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer. Now, because I'm doing the like that TikTok based viral routine, like I've just kind of adopted that as my routine. One of the tricks to that routine, and I love the way that it looks, personally, I do. But one of the tricks to that routine is the cream highlight. Instead of putting it on as you would a regular highlight, you put it all over your entire face. That's what I've been doing with this. Now, this is a very small cream highlight, so there's a good chunk of this that I've used up the last couple of weeks. But I will say this is one of my favorite cream highlights, and if you are wanting to try out that viral base routine, but you don't want to just slather a super thick cream highlight all over your face, but you want to try it out, this is the one, because this is such a natural kind of lit from within glow highlight that putting it all over your face really almost works better in my opinion. And I love the way that this looks. I'm wearing all of the Shop My Stash makeup today, like I always do, but I love the way that this looks. And I really like it in the viral base routine as well, because I feel like it just sits well. It melds well. It works really well. So strongly recommend this one. This is one of my favorite cream highlights, and it's so unassuming, but I really like it. For foundation, I was using the Bite Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. Now, I was using other foundations in between, because like sometimes, like these are my base products, but sometimes I'll pull in other products to test out or for various other reasons. But this is the one that was my primary foundation. I love this foundation. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to get it much longer. I do plan on using it up soon. I think there's only a use or two left in this. I had a really hard time getting foundation out of this today. It is almost empty, but this is such a great foundation. If they have your shade in stock at the Bite site, check it out. It's so nice. It looks so good, and it feels so nice on the skin because it is like a micellar foundation. I love this. I'm so sad. This is why I'm upset about Bite closing down. There's a lot of Bite products that I don't like, but then they have some really good like winners, and this is one of them. I use the Item Beauty Air Hug Concealer in shade 100. I like this. I don't think it's my favorite concealer, but there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just, it's a little bit thick. The applicator it's like tall and thin, which I actually kind of like, because like if you're putting concealer like right here, it actually works really well to get into that area, and it works really well under your eyes. It definitely is easier as far as application goes. The concealer itself is okay. I like it enough to continue using it, but like I think I already have a second one of these too from like a subscription box or something like that. It's not something that I would like rush out and repurchase though, but if you're looking for a new concealer, this is a good one. Okay, the first bad product. I had brought in the Milk Matte Bronzer in Blaze. I love this. It's a cream bronzer, it's cream contour. You kind of roll it up. It's great. Great. This shade, it's dark, but it's great. Okay. This has gone bad. It smells like a Home Depot. Like, you know when you walk in and you're hit with like the smell of like wood and paint? Oh god, it smells so strongly of that. And so I was trying to push past it, breaking my own rules, but the smell was literally so strong that it was making me nauseated just putting it on my face. So, and I know, and my skin was like starting to go dry and everything, so no. Unfortunately, that means that I'm going to trash this, which sucks because this is huge. There's like an ounce of product in here, massive, but it's not working. It's bad. So this is going in the trash. Once I realized that, I still had to bring in a cream bronzer, so I just brought in the Perricone MD No Makeup Bronzer. This is what I'm wearing today. I do like this one. This, I don't know, I don't think there's like a shade for this, but it is nice. The applicator sucks, the little dropper thing, because it doesn't like pick up product because the product is too thick. So I wish that they had different packaging for it, but the actual product itself is nice. For cream blush, the M Cosmetics, the Color Drop Serum thingy in the shade Venetian Rose. Oh my gosh, I love these. I love these so much. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. I love these. And I have several of these and I have no complaints. I think that they are absolutely gorgeous. Again, okay, my one complaint is, again, the applicator doesn't work. Now I've heard though, I read somewhere very briefly that there is like a trick. If you go on the website, you can read about a way to make them work like with the dropper. I haven't done that. And honestly, part of me feels like that's kind of unnecessary because if I have to go research how to use the applicator, how to use, I shouldn't have to do that. So I'm fine with using it. Like I use it and I just take it out and then kind of swipe it on. It's not classiest way to do it, I guess, but it works. So there you go. I have a bunch of Project Pan stuff that I'm still working on kind of intermittently here, but that stuff will be talked about in Project Pans. That stuff will be going into the next round though. But I think the only thing that I won't be picking out in the next round is going to be a powder. Be still working on this. I had one in Shop My Samples that popped up, but I want to finish off this powder. And this is an old powder anyways, so it fits the theme regardless. But this will be going into the next round, and I think I'm picking out everything but a new powder. For other face products, okay, so I had, this is so dumb. I'm so dumb. I brought in this Smashbox Cosmic Celebration Planetary Cheek Palette. This is a palette you can't get anymore, but I've kept it for years because it's so pretty, okay? Now, when I originally pulled this out in the original Shop My Stash, I said bronzer, blush, highlight. That's not a bronzer, that's a highlight, and it's a gold highlight. So my bad. When I realized that that was not a bronzer, I had to bring in a bronzer. So I brought in just the Japanesque Velvet Touch Blush, but this is in the shade 05, which is like a bronzer shade for me. So this is what I've been using. This is what I'm wearing today. I love this. I picked up this from like some random YouTuber who had mentioned that she loved using this, and it is great. I've had this for so long, so love that one. As far as blush goes, here's the thing. I like the blush shade in this. The blush shade is fine, but I really don't want to keep face palettes if I can't use all of the shades. And this one I can't because this highlight is far too deep for my skin tone. And this one is just very pink. It's not something that I feel like I would use on like a regular basis. And so after using it, I realized I really only was keeping it because it looks really pretty. And I think it's time to let it go. I think I'm gonna let this one go. I did use it for a few days during this round and it was nice, but I think I'm going to let it go. So that one is gonna go bye-bye out of the collection as well. And obviously in that case, I needed a highlight and a blush. So for blush, I pulled in this little Hip Dot Red Moon blush. Super cute. It's a matte blush. That's what I'm wearing today. I liked it. It's great. And then for highlight, I had the Real Her Confidence in My Glow as one that I was trying to use up from last time. I did use that up. So then I brought in the Urban Decay Afterglow in Sin, which one of my favorite highlights. It's so gorgeous. It looks so nice on the skin and it's very glowy and I love it. So yes, abso-freaking-lutely. I had pulled in the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in Translucent for a loose powder. I like this one. It's a stand-up quality one. It works nicely. I am interested. Okay, so I want to say this really quick because I keep thinking about this. In that foundation ranking video, I had talked about how I wanted to possibly do like an in-depth series on my collection because what I thought I liked about foundations when I actually gathered them all together, it turns out I didn't, and I liked the exact opposite. And I was talking to my husband about that last night, and I was like, I could do this with every category of my collection, and not only would I be able to weed out some products that I just don't want to use, that I have no interest in using, but also it would help in the future my buying, because I would know, like I now know in the future that if I want to buy like a full coverage matte foundation, probably not gonna work for me. So tread lightly, you know what I mean? But like glowy skin tints, which is something that before the last couple of months, I had never given a second thought to. That would be something that I would want to kind of further look into, you know what I mean? And so we were talking about it, and I was like, if I can do this with every category in my collection, because I think that I like glowy blushes, but what if I like matte blushes more? And the ironic part though is I put this on today and I was like, I really do like that. So now I'm just kind of like curious, and I think I do want to do that series because I feel like that would just be so helpful. It would help me buy less makeup that won't work for me. And I mean, like, obviously if you buy makeup on a regular basis, you're going to get products that don't work for you. That's just a fact of life. Not everything works out, but I think that it would help me kind of focus in on the products that I like. And I'm really excited about it. So I just wanted to share that because I'm pretty stoked about it. Ironically, with all this glow, I was using the Kimchi Chic Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. And even with the matte factor, I feel like the glow still kind of comes through a little bit, and I love it. This is also a really nice setting spray because it sets your shit down. So I do enjoy that. I have a couple of different concealers that I'm using for a couple of different things. The Too Faced Matte Instant Coverage Concealer. I use this to carve out my brows. I don't love it. It's starting to get very dry, and I just think it makes my brow area, like right here, it just makes it look weird. And so I don't know if I want to keep this and use it as like a regular, maybe like a color correcting concealer. It's just so dry. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know quite what I'm going to do with this yet, but I'm not loving how it looks under my brows. This is my issue with like potted concealers. I feel like they go bad so much faster than the ones in tubes, and I don't know why, but I also feel like they're normally like a thicker and drier formula. So maybe that's what it is, because I'm not a big fan of like the really thick dry concealers. Maybe it's also the fact that it's matte. I don't know. I gotta think about that one. I'm not having too much luck with that one. Now, ironically though, the KVD Good Apple concealer, I've been using this for cut creases, and it's working out well. It's not the greatest, but just to have a concealer there to use for cut creases, it works fine. Okay, so for brows, I had brought in the Marc Jacobs Brow Wow Duo and then the Glossier Boy Brow. I did not use the Boy Brow because my dumbass totally forgot that there was a gel on the end of this. I will say though, I really like this for brows, and this one came with a couple of like refills, and I know that they don't make these anymore, I don't think. Did they go under or did they rebrand? I don't remember. If you can get this though, I do strongly recommend it because it's got a pencil on one side and then a colored gel in the like matching color on the other side, and it works really well. It's just a very nice, easy, travel friendly, and it comes with refills, so that's great. Let me see. There was a lot of changes this week. I don't remember which one I started out with. Was it the Ulta or the liquid liners really got away from me. So I had the Ulta Beauty liquid liner, I think is what I started out with. The writing is completely faded from this. This started to go dry halfway through, so I brought in the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. Or did I start with this? I genuinely can't remember. Anyways, they both are great liners. They're both great liquid liners. I love them. Now for eyeliner, y'all, I don't know what happened to me this week. I was cursed with eyeliner. I had brought in two. I had brought in the Tint Haze Smoky Eye Pencil, okay, and then I had brought in the Too Faced Killer Lighter. I'm trashing both of them. First of all, this one stopped sharpening, but it got very like, it kept like breaking down a little bit. Like it was very, I don't even know how to describe it. It was almost too creamy to the point where it wasn't working right. So it's gonna go. And then the Too Faced Killer Liner, I tried to sharpen it and it won't sharpen anymore. Like it keeps giving me this like melting point, and I don't know what's going on with that either. But both of these just kind of collapsed on me. So those are both gonna go. I needed a liner for the rest of the round, obviously, so I just brought in the Milani Stay Put Waterproof Eyeliner in Stay With Slate. I find that this seems to be fading quite a bit from my under eyes. I'm not going to get rid of it yet because I want to try it out a little bit more, but I'm unsure why it keeps fading from my waterline, but we'll have to see. So I'm not 100% sure on, like, I feel like these used to be really good, but like it's just fading almost immediately now. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But the other two are gone because I don't know what happened there. For eye primer, I was using the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadow in Cocoa Cream. I love this. This is really a great eye primer too. It's a cream shadow, but it works wonders. So if you like kind of, and I like using the lighter shades of cream shadows as an eye primer because I feel like they just work so well, and I don't know why, and I'm sure that like scientifically it goes against everything, but for me personally I find they work, so it's great. I had pulled in two mascaras. The Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect in waterproof, and then the CoverGirl Total Tease. Now, I don't normally like waterproof mascaras, but I like this brand of mascaras, this line of them. And then I love CoverGirl mascaras, and both of these are trash. They are terrible. And I don't know why. I think this is like the first CoverGirl mascara I found that I don't like. But both of them, I don't like the wand of this one either. Like, that's irrelevant. I was making it work. Both of these like smudged and flaked under my under eyes, and so all day long I was like wiping my under eyes off, trying to get the mascara smudges off. And literally both of them, with different foundations and different setting sprays and everything, they just, the same thing happened. So these are both going to go, unfortunately. I ended up bringing in, I found somewhere, I think this is just sitting on my vanity, a mini Wander Beauty Unleashed. I do like this mascara. This is what I've been using for the last few days. But this one, I don't know if there's not a lot of product in it or what, but I keep having to like squeeze the tube. And so if there is product in here, it's almost empty. So I'm going to toss this one out too. And we're going to pick out new mascaras this round because I don't know what's happening with that. For eyeshadow palettes, I brought in two. The first one was the Nabla. This is one of the Cutie palettes. This is an analog. I am having the hardest time with the packaging like rubbing off. That really irritates me. Does anybody know why that's happening and if I can stop it? Because I hate that, because I don't know what the product is. But this one, I will say, I did not have high hopes for. This was my first time like using it for more than like once, and I did not have high hopes for this, but I ended up loving it. I did a bunch of looks on TikTok with this, and I was really honestly shocked at how many different looks you can make with just the 6 shades. But this was a really nice palette. I do prefer larger palettes normally, but this was a good one, and I was really impressed with how much I actually liked it. And then I also had the Melt Amor and Mariposas. This one is gorgeous. I made some pretty good progress in some of the shades actually, and I used most of the shades. I think there are only 2 shades in here that I didn't touch at all. And it's just, oh, it's such a beautiful palette. Again, I did a lot of shades on TikTok. There's so many just beautiful things you can do with this. I love the color combinations. I love the color story. It is stunning. I strongly recommend this one. I know that right now it's like on sale at the website because this is an older palette, but it is fabulous. Strongly recommend it. So all in all, kind of a shitty week. Like, I don't know what exactly happened here, but we're going to end up decluttering several things from this round, which I guess is good, but it was just interesting because that's not how I expected it to go. We are going to be skipping the pressed powders this round. And then we're going to be skipping the new drawer because we're going to focus on older makeup products. So let's let's do the thing. So I'm going to start by picking a palette off of my middle shelf here for face palettes. And like I said, I want to focus on one that is a little bit older. Actually, this one's pretty old, but I've also used a ton of it. This is the CoverFX Perfector face palette. So it comes with a lot of different things in here. It's pretty much all you need for a full face. It's old though. I mean, look at it. It's old. So I'm going to pull this out, and then what? We just won't get a highlight, a blush, or a powder contour. That's fine. It'll work. It'll work. Okay, we're going to pull this one out. Okay, now for primer, I actually have a few older ones. And this is one of them. This is the Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer from Touch in Sol, and it won't fit in my drawer anymore. So I'm going to try and pull this into the round. Hopefully get some more use out of it because I don't know, it won't fit in my drawer. So I need to do like a primer declutter, but I know that this is an older one. So we'll go ahead and try to use up some more of this round. For concealers, I still have my little thing here. And I'm trying to think what's an older concealer that I have. I think I'm gonna go with one of the Morphe Fluidity concealers. This is not like super duper old, but for a concealer it is. This one is in the shade C1.25, so I'm gonna grab this out. And for foundation, a lot of these are on the older side. Let me see what's in the back here. That one's new. That I think is glowish. I think I'm gonna go with the Urban Decay Stay Naked. I don't remember which foundation is my oldest, but this one is obviously pretty old. And I know that it's over a year old. So let's try out that one. This is in 31NN. This will be the foundation for this round. All right, now for cream products. I almost wanna say that the Iconic London Illuminator in Original is one of my oldest ones. I could be wrong about that, but this is going solely based off my memory, which, let's face it, isn't the greatest on a good day, but I'm pretty sure that this is an older one. So I'm gonna grab this one out for highlight. Then for cream blush, The Milani Cheek Kiss in Nude Flush, I think, is one of my older ones. So I'm going to grab out this because I know that these I've had for a while. This is kind of like when I first started getting into cream blushes. I bought some of the Glossier ones and some of the Milani ones. So I'm going to go with this one. And for cream bronzer, it's a great question. I don't have like, I mean, I have like maybe 8 here. And I want to say it's going to be the Huda Beauty Tantour in Light. And I know with this one that I have hit pan on it. I'm pretty sure this is one of the older ones. So I'm gonna grab this one out for this round. Now for loose powder, this is a tough one, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be, it's either a Huda, an ABH, or a Smashbox. Or the Ciate. All right, I'm gonna do the Ciate London Everyday Vacay because I know that these are pretty old. So let's try this out. Last time I didn't pick out an oversized product, so this time I want to. And I'm trying to think about what's old in here. Oh, it's this. It's the Marc Jacobs Tan-Tastic. This is super duper old. And I know that I already have a bronzer in the palette, but I'm going to pull this out and use this too. Okay, so now I'm going to get one palette out of this drawer. Obviously the oldest is the Urban Decay Naked, but Urban Decay Naked, man. This is taking a lot longer to get like pigment out of. So I'm kind of interested to see if I use it for a week, can I hit pan on more shades? Because I'm really close to pan in many of the shades. And you really have to build up the pigment because this palette is so old. So yeah, I'll try this one out because I know this is like one of my oldest palettes ever. And then from this shelf, I can look at this shelf and I can tell you what my oldest palette from it is. That would be the Too Faced Natural Love. Look at this. Look, I mean, my God. I haven't used this in a while, so I'm kind of excited about this, but that does mean 2 weeks of neutral looks. And that is semi-concerning. I'm gonna have to pull in some stuff from the fun drawer, but I am gonna go ahead and pull this out. We'll try it out. We'll see how we get along with it. It's either this or the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, but I think it's this palette, so we'll try this one. All right, so brows and mascara. First of all, that's what I used last time, and I also had a little thing in here. I'm gonna pull out a wax this time. I don't have any, do I? Oh wow, I think all of these are new. I think the ABH Clear Brow Gel is my oldest one. So I'm gonna pull that out. And then I think I'm going to let's do a pomade. I'm gonna do the Morphe Java Brow Cream because I'm pretty sure this one is on the older side and a lot of my brow pomades are starting to kind of show signs of dryness. So I'll pull both of those out, we'll see how that goes. Now for mascara, I don't know which is my oldest one. Oh, you know what? I think this Blink one is pretty old. This Blink Ultra Volume 2B mascara. I could be wrong, but like none of these are open. So I'm just going to pull out 2 of them and we'll try out those. What's this one? This is also the Elizabeth Mott It's So Big. So I'll pull out this one and then the Blink one and we'll try out those and hopefully those work better than the others. Now for eyeliners, I'm just going to pick out a random because how old are these eyeliners? I have no idea. We're just going to reach to the bottom, grab one, reach to the bottom, grab one. I'm going to put back the one that I'm keeping. And then liquid liners. I know that my liquid liners are probably older than those, some of them. Oh, I'm just going to reach in and grab one, y'all. And then I think, hang on a moment. I'm going to take this one too. This is the AOA Studio Buttercream Gel Liner. This one is fairly new, but I want to try to use some, I want to try some more gel liners, so I'm going to pull this one out and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I have the Il Makiage ink liner in black. I have the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner in silver lining. I have the Lottie London AM to PM retractable eyeliner in black. That one's old. And then the AOA Studio Buttercream Gel Liner in Licorice, which is a matte black. So those are our eyeshadow shades. Our eyeliner shades. Oh my goodness. For eye primer, y'all, I think if we're looking at like the squeezy tubes, I think this is the oldest one. This is the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer. How old is this? I don't know, but I know it's old, so I'm gonna pull that out. Remembered last round I did pull out some eyelashes and I actually used them and I'm so proud of myself. So this time I'm gonna pull out some eyelashes too. And I'm trying to think about what my oldest ones are. And I think I'm gonna pull out these. I don't remember. These are the Cara Beauty Fabulashes 3D foaming lashes. There are 5 pairs in here. So we'll see how many I can get through this round. So for lip products, I did skip those because I'm currently still trying to use up the lip products and shop my samples. I completely forgot about that when I said earlier we were only skipping powder. But I do have a few more lip products to get through and shop my samples. I am working tirelessly to get it done because I really want to start using the lip products that I've actually purchased. But yeah, hopefully we'll make progress on that soon. And then I also had to grab a setting spray. I don't know exactly which one is my oldest one, but I know that a lot of my Urban Decay All Nighter ones are on the older side. So this one doesn't have a cap on it. That says old to me. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte. I'm gonna go with this one, hopefully. So I'm curious to see how much of this has actually gone bad, because I feel like I normally try to get rid of things as they start to change, right? And most of the stuff in my collection is on the newer side, like 2 years or less. Most of the stuff, some of it is not. But I feel like I've decluttered a lot of like the very old things. So we'll have to see. If I actually looked, that would probably surprise me. Now, if I end up doing the series that I'm talking about where I kind of do like an in-depth run through my collection, I probably will end up getting rid of some of my like much older stuff that's just like old. But we'll have to see how. So again, like let me know in the comments down below what you think. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? But yeah, this is going to be an interesting round. I'm excited. I'm scared. It'll be fun. So let me know down below in the comments what makeup you guys are using right now. Also, what is the oldest product in your collection? Yeah, let me know. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I totally realized I forgot the fun drawer. Oh no. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll pull stuff out as needed. There'll probably be quite a few things because these are 2 very neutral palettes that are very old. So it'll be an interesting eyeshadow week. But I will be posting my eyeshadow looks on TikTok if you're interested. I also do kind of makeup of the day Instagram stories. My lighting normally sucks. So, alright. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the bigger subscribe button below me if you'd like to see more of me. I do shop my stashes twice a month, but I do other videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great one. Bye-bye.